Duterte. In his talk to the people, the president dared Pacquiao to substantiate his claims that corruption worsened under the current administration.
Wala ka namang sinabi noong all these years, puro ka praises ng praises sa akin. Tapos ngayon sabihin mo, ang corruption, marami na pero napaalis na. Naunahan na kita.
Duterte says his government is doing its best to rid the country of corruption, even vowing immediate action should the senator hand him a list of corrupt officials. But if not,
if you fail to do that, I will campaign against you. Do it, because if not, I will just tell the people, do not vote for Pacquiao because he is a liar.
In his recent speeches, Pacquiao has been claiming that corruption remains to be a huge problem in the country, something he reiterated last week during an interview on Radio 5's Filon.
Kung sakaling dumating man yung time na makapag-desisyon ako tumuloy o tumakbo, yan ang advocacy ko, yung declaring war against corruption. Declaring war against corruption is bigger than illegal drugs.
Members of the PDP-Laban are siding with the president.
Bakit niya kailangan sabihin yun o magsalita ng ganyan na hindi man lang nakipag-usap sa mga kapartido? Ang ating Pangulo very passionate against corruption.
The palace said that Duterte and Pacquiao's relationship may not be as cordial as it once was, but the president's challenge is clear.
Walk the talk, no? Kinakailangan kung may reklamo ka, sabi mo kung anong reklamo niya na ma-actionan ng presidente. Otherwise, talaga namumuliti ka lang daw si Senator Pacquiao. But I guess as far as your question is concerned, natapon na po ang sabaw, kumbaga.
Just this afternoon, Pacquiao has accepted President Duterte's challenge, saying it's an opportunity to help in the fight against corruption. He plans to start with the health department. In a statement, he also asserted that he's not a liar. Reporting for News 5, Mean Los Baños, we are One News.
Meanwhile, the health department says it's ready to open its doors for all inquiries as it faces corruption allegations. In a statement, Health Secretary Francisco Duque III expressed his disappointment over the baseless accusations from government officials. Duque insisted that he has always been transparent regarding the agency's fund utilization. He added that they are ready to show where the loans went for vaccines, as well as how it used funds to implement the universal healthcare law. Duque also reminded the public that as a nation, we should focus first on, quote, knocking out COVID-19. PDP-Laban Acting Secretary General Melvin Matibag believes that Senator Manny Pacquiao sounds just like an opposition member. In an interview with 1PH's Wagpo, Matibag explained that even before, Pacquiao's statements have not really been in line with the ruling party. Instead, Matibag claimed that the lawmaker now sounds more like a
ang namumuno po ng administrasyon ay ang partido ng PDP na kung saan siya ay napapaloob. Kaya po yun yung problema niyaan. Ako nga po, observation ko dyan, for a long time already, hindi naman po ito yung unang pagkakataon, si Senator Pacquiao has been singing the tune of the opposition, yung po kanyang baka sinasabi. Yung po yung mga mababasa yung memes at mga sinasabi dun sa Facebook na mga dilawan. Kaya po nakakalungkot na ganun po yung kanyang postura.
And despite the ongoing feud between PDP-Laban members, Matibag says the party remains solid with President Duterte as their leader. With that, Matibag also revealed that several cabinet members are gearing up to run for office under PDP-Laban.
Hopefully by July 16-17 ay meron po mas malinaw na mga personalidad kung saan po tatakbo. Meron po, may mga lalabas na, may mga nag-indicate na naman po na for senators May mga cabinet secretary po tayo na nagpahayag na gustong tumakbo sila doon. Hindi ko na po muna papangalanan pero sabihin ko po ngayon mga nasa 5.
As the discord between party members continues, PDP-Laban President Senator Manny Pacquiao and Executive Vice Chairman Senator Coco Pimentel represented the ruling party in a roundtable meeting of leaders with ruling parties of Russia and ASEAN countries. The meeting, hosted by Russia, was held via Zoom and was about the role of responsible political forces of Russia and ASEAN parties in strengthening the architecture of security and cooperation in the Asia-Pacific region. Vice President Leni Robredo's office has received the highest audit rating from the Commission on Audit for the 3rd straight year. In a statement posted yesterday, the Office of the Vice President said the COA once again gave its unqualified opinion to the office's 2020 financial report. The highest audit rating is a rating that COA gives when a government office has fairly presented its financial position and has its financial statements in order in accordance with the Philippine Public Sector accounting standards. Robredo's office says this highest audit rating was harder to achieve in 2020 since the budget was prepared pre-pandemic. But Robredo has received widespread praise for running quick and effective COVID-19 response programs despite the OVP's meager budget. Pope Francis has sent his condolences to Filipinos following former President Noynoy Aquino's death. In a statement addressed to President Duterte, the Pope says he's saddened to learn of PNoy's passing, and he commends the late President's soul into the hands of the all-merciful God. Pope Francis met the late President twice in 2015, first when he visited the Philippines back in January, and second in the Vatican, where they discussed several issues like terrorism. Meanwhile, according to the CBCP, the Pontiff has also appointed Manila Auxiliary Bishop Broderick Pabilio as Apostolic Vicar of TAYTAY in Palawan. The appointment was made on June 29 during the feast of Saints Peter and Paul, right as Pabilio ended his stint as the temporary head of the Archdiocese of Manila, following the installation of Manila Archbishop Jose Cardinal Advincula. FIVOC says that the thick haze that covered parts of Metro Manila's skyline was due to smog emissions from Taal. But one scientist is offering a different reason for the phenomenon. Shaila Francisco with the details.
Starting Monday afternoon, haze blanketed most of Metro Manila. And up until Tuesday morning, some areas are still enveloped in haze, alarming Metro Manila residents.
Nataka kami kung bakit. Akala namin, pauwi na lang kami kung tutuloy ulan.
Medyo maitim nga at parang ang tutuusin, parang pumutok na bulkan nga yata o ano eh. Yun lang ang akin napansin.
In a bulletin on Monday, FIVOC warned of the Taal volcano's sulfur dioxide emission, which resulted in volcanic smog or fog. The active volcano emitted an average of 14,326 tons of sulfur dioxide, a significant increase from the average of 4,771 tons per day last week. But the haze in NCR is not VOC. At least that's what Dr. Renato Solidum of the Science Department told Radio 5.
Yung nangyari sa Metro Manila, hindi po ito volcanic smog. Ito po ay normal na industrial and of course vehicle emission na kung saan ang nangyari po ay makulimlim din ang panahon dahil ang ulap ay mataas.
The Environmental Management Bureau, however, says the VOG may still have contributed to the haze. Based on its air quality monitoring on Monday afternoon, 4 cities registered air pollution classified as unhealthy for sensitive groups. The EMB noted the amount of sulfur dioxide release and the wind direction could have still affected Metro Manila.
Kahapon medyo unusual siya talaga dahil medyo nag-unhealthy, nag-orange po siya. Kung ang direksyon ng hangin natin papunta sa northeast, papunta sa Metro Manila, ay maaring madala niya yon at maaring makapag-contribute. So maaring mix siya ng roadside activities, highly urbanized centers na activities. At the same time, yung pagbuga ng Taal volcano.
The EMB, however, says further studies needed to determine how much the VOG contributed to the haze. For now, the public, especially those with respiratory diseases, is advised to stay at home should the haze occur again. Shaila Francisco, VR 1 News.
Stranger Things actress Millie Bobby Brown joins the long list of stars calling out misogyny and female discrimination in Hollywood. MJ Marfori with the details.
At the age of 17, actress Millie Bobby Brown already knows it all too well, that women are treated differently in the industry. In an interview with News 5, Millie bared that she's had her fair share of discrimination in male-dominated Hollywood. She has joined the long-standing call for reforms.
Even if you're not in this industry, every girl has been in a situation that has made them understand and realize that they're being treated a little bit differently. Women have been playing that game, and we're it's like not a game anymore. Like we gotta stop.
Millie reprises her role as Madison in the movie Godzilla vs. Kong, taking place 5 years after the events in Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Madison returns to put an end to the clash of the Titans. Millie identifies with her character's independence and strength.
I share quite a few characteristics with Madison. I was about to say 11, so excuse me, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I know. It's because I'm filming right now, so it's like all I'm talking about is 11. But you know, I share a few characteristics with Madison. Madison's quite feisty, and that's definitely something I share. I'm quite a feisty girl, and she also shares her opinion. You know? She'll tell you and she'll put you in your place.
As for the series that made her a household name as 11, Millie says Stranger Things Season 4 is now in production. Creators said filming is set to wrap up in August. For News 5, MJ Marfori, we are One News.
And that's how the day is shaping up to be. Join us again later at 10 a.m. as we monitor the day's biggest stories from sunrise to sundown. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Just register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.